Charles Neely always stood up for the working men and women in this country. Weeks ago in Little Rock, he took a stand against the unfair practice of the unjust minimum wage laws and unfair labor practices McDonald's restaurants has been practicing for decades against their employees, who has made them rich. Hey, Arkansas, with the rest of their so-called Little Rock civil rights leaders, especially Occupy Little Rock and Arkansas Occupy, who didn't support these brave souls of working men and women just struggling to make ends meet in this depressed economy, in which we get higher food bills, higher fuel costs, the soaring high utility rates. Isn't it about time we had enough? One man has. Charles Neely, he said enough. That means stopping the national debt, stop the high cost of living, stop this war on working men and women so they can make a living wage acceptable in our economy. This time elect a stronger leader from Arkansas. Elect someone who will stand up for the people of Arkansas, someone who will fight Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, and their gangs of thugs in Washington, D.C. Write in Charles Neely on November 4th. This election day his name will not be on the ballot. You must write him in, send him to Washington to clean up this mess.
I'm Charles Neely, and I approve this message.
All right, we are ready. Okay, solve that little problem. And boom. Oops, maybe not. Woo! All right. I'm very disturbed about some things today. Police beating on the homeless, and the homeless just letting them get away with it. You know, it disturbs me, because I used to be out there in them streets, and I know. But people, please understand this. The police have the power of life and death over you. Why? Because you gave it to them. So this disturbing information I just heard a while ago, witnessed by a person that said that he saw the cop kick this drunk white homeless guy in the top of his head with some army boots that had steel toes on them. That's illegal, and it's proven his ass is in trouble. But the homeless guy is not going to press charges. You know, you need to help people if they want to be helped. Those that don't want to be helped, don't bother. This guy said he was drinking at a church on the steps. And the police said, I told you before, don't come around here. Well, common sense will tell you, when the police give you a warning and don't want to take you to jail, take advantage of it. So evidently he must have gave the cop some lip. And the cop got a little excited and trimmed his head up a little bit. I'm not happy about hearing that kind of news. I don't like it. My heart is heavy. I wasn't there, and I didn't witness it. And if I was there, I probably been and got my wig peeled too. Because see, I know that the police got the power of life and death over you. Learn to treat them with kindness. Because if you don't, they will bust a cap in your skull, because you, the people, the sheeple, gave them this power. Arkansas legislation that they passed into law that says police can use any amount of reasonable deadly force to subdue and take you into custody. The law gives them that right, and very few cops are sentenced to prison, except for corruption. On that, they got him. But for whooping somebody's ass and killing people, shooting a baby in the head, doing a raid. But remember, look in the mirror. I'm going to get off this subject because it's pissing me off. You, the sheeps, gave them this power. Iceland shot a man The police shot a man. In the history of their years of being a governing nation, when firearms was first introduced to the European continent, the police all had to draw his weapon. And he was sorry that he had to do it, but he had to protect his life and the life of someone else. That ain't never happened before in Iceland. There was no other way to stop this person. And then the police officer apologized to the family of the suspect. Unfrickin' believable. Sweden is closing her prisons. Closing them. Oh man, let me get off this subject. Alright, now, on my campaign front, it's in flames, it's going downhill. I will not be invited to the televised debate for congressional candidate. Only French Hill, Patrick Hayes, and Debbie Stanford will be invited. Yours truly? Supreme Court ruling, plainly states that Mr. Tony Brook, the director of AETN, got broadcasters' right to include whoever he wants to on his form, paid for by my tax dollars. I love America. And Mr. Tony Brooks, I got broadcasters' right too. And on the night of the live second congressional televised debate, I'm going to get down like it's 1999 in the alternate parallel universe. Wish I could find me a way to turn the flag upside down, because right now we are in a nation of distress. And of course, certain guys are helping ladies get out of their dress. No, sir. So in the alternate parallel universe, I believe that Charles Needle was on the ballot. I believe that he was in the televised congressional debate, and he cleaned clock. It's time that people realize what's going on. Their vote is rigged. Your vote do not count. Never have, never will. Maybe in the alternate parallel universe, things worked out pretty good. And I can visualize that right now. But not in this one. So, I would like to have done a live show tonight. In the words of the rest of a really big show. But I don't trust my ISP any crappy bandwidth. So this video podcast will suffice. Okay, now try to get it working on the night of the debate, if I can get it done. Okay, that looks a little better. I support 9/11 Truth. I support my radio show, Radio Occupied America, and of course my congressional candidacy, nearly for Congress right there. Brain freeze. You know, my show is listening to support it. My campaign needs donations. Please give. Give till it hurts. I want to implore you, especially on my campaign. You know, I need funds. I need money. Mucho dinero. Deutschmarks. Francs. Give. I mean, if you're going to, look, what does it take, right? Just set aside some extra money. I mean, you know, money that you would have used for entertainment purposes. I got $20 last week from a friend, and I have not cashed that check. Because somehow I'm trying to find a way not to do that to her. She gave $20. Some of you can just reach in and give. If you're in the Arkansas area, you can just give me a check, money order, or some cash. You know, I sign a receipt. Okay. If you own the internet, then you can give through my website. People, you're giving thousands of dollars to Barack Obama. Damn, you get an email email saying, hey, we got to defeat the Republicans in November. Damn it, give me some of that money. Hold on while I drink some fluoridated water. Clock full of fluoride. Now, you get an email that says, give to Pat Hayes. We got to win this thing, blah, blah, blah. You're 50. You're 60, 70, 80, 90. Well, how about me? Give me some of that money. I'm not doing nothing that the radio station ain't done. I'm not doing anything that the pastors and the evangelists ain't doing. Oh, I'm so holier than thou. I'm not like these white, black, Latino trash. My Savior. Yes, I know it's your money. You can do whatever the hell you want, whether you earn it or you sweat. But when you start giving to the big boys, who you giving to? Who you giving to? Tell me that. Who you giving to? You're giving to people that have been brought and paid 100% down the barrel. Just that simple. Wake up. You're asleep at the wheel. Your train's finna turn around at the next bend. And you're not even aware of what's going on while you're Well, I'm gonna hit these switches right quick to see. No, it's too late. You're on a train wreck and it's gonna happen. That's what's going on. And Mr. Tony Brooks, the director of AETN Conway, Arkansas Public Television, talking about suing me. Go ahead. I welcome it. That'll bring publicity. So you just go ahead and fall off into my trap. I want you to do that. But personally, and this ain't or not slanderous, I think you're filth and you're scum. That's what I think. I wouldn't care if you were Mike Tyson. My opinions are my own, protected by the free speech by my founding fathers. I have that right. I have that right to establish a free press granted to me by my founding fathers. Blessed be the founding fathers. Even when I was out there in the street without a roof over my head, I was still publishing a free press through YouTube, through MP3 podcasts, or just writing it on a piece of paper. So you want to talk about broadcasters' right, Mr. Tony Brooks? I got broadcasters' right. I think that people have a right to know what's going on with their money, their lives, the legislative laws that are being pushed by Congress, like the video I saw the other day on YouTube, in which the congressman read out something. I'm just going to use it as a prop. In reduction of the blah, 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 classified. In regards to a mass cat, classified. I need to put that video. I need to find that video. It's funny as hell. He can't get past another sentence before say, classified. Classified. What's the point of reading the damn thing? It's in the open session at the House, and he blah 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 blah. Classified. So we will use maximum. Classified. It's ridiculous. Damn. No wonder ain't nothing getting done. Oh man, what parallel universe did I wake up in? Alright, what else I want to cover before I sign off? And I know you're glad too. I want to give shout outs. Hell no. Let's talk about the League of Women Voters. So we'll close it out. The League of Women Voters, a non-partisan political organization that encourages, informs, and acts to participate in government work to increase understanding of major policy issues and influence public policy through education and advocacy on issues. Okay. Our goal is to empower everyone to share better communication through education and study the issues that challenge Arkansas. Okay, here we go. Okay, public forum featuring candidates for Pulaski County Judge, September 8, 24. Okay, so all right, League of Women Voters. Okay, Arkansas. I'm finna hurt a lot of people and get them pissed off when I say this. Hey, League of Women Voters. You suck. Most of you are movers and shakers married to very powerful husbands or wives. And you say you're nonpartisan, but yet You're a damn lie, and I gotta call it bullshit. Because if you're nonpartisan, you wouldn't block guys like me from coming to the debate. That Mr. Tony Brooks is plainly stating, whoops, it's sponsored by the League of Women Voters, but I got the right to put in who I want, using my tax dollars to keep me off the door because our fucking Klansmen, 20-something years ago, challenged their ass and lost. Ralph Forbes from Northern Arkansas, where the hell would black people not have won it? Hey, Ralph, a lot of Mexican girls, a lot of Mexican guys up there intermixing with your people, huh? You didn't see that one coming, did you? Why, we don't allow colored and Negroes up in Zinc, Arkansas. Yeah, well, 20 years ago, you could say that. Until Tyson brought in all the Mexicans and Latinos. Huh? Yeah. Ramba. Whatever. Well, you got Mexican guys screwing your little white daughter. How about that, Ralph? Black people getting their revenge, and we ain't got to lift a finger. So a Klansman screwed up any chance of me getting on a televised debate 20-something years later in the timeline up in my near future. And I didn't even know it because I was locked up when all that shit went down. And I'm mad as hell about it. And Tony Brooks is running away with it like crazy. Ralph Ford may have paperwork, Tony, but I hold you fully accountable and fully responsible. You're ruling AETN like a dictator. And that's got to stop. It's got to stop. People, listen up. Take control of your government. About that time. Take control of your government. Kick these a-holes out. It's up to you. You see what's going on with Ebola and stuff coming into the country. Airborne. Like the Spanish nurse that treated those 2 Spanish priests. And she was in full hazmat gear. And then they put down the dog. Oh yeah. They had to put down the dog. How about putting a dog in a quarantine area away from humans and study it with video cameras and stuff? Get blood samples. No, we gotta put it down. Well, you know something? We don't know if animals carry Ebola. That dog, by all rights, should have been dead, right? From the virus. But animals got a different metabolism. But no, the Spanish government had to put it down. See, these are the mindset of insane, psychopath, delusional a-holes running our government. And you ain't going to do a damn thing about it. Because you're sheeps. I'd like to say in a school shooting before I go. There's no security footage. There's no traffic cam of, what's his name, Adam Lanza entering to the area. Because if you look at the photos of the area, I don't know what this got to do with my political career, but there's no video footage. There's no traffic cam footage of him entering in order to get to the area. There's no way out. It's a one-way in. Fire station right up the street. Those firemen should have been down there from the moment they heard about gunshot. Even if they didn't have no gun. They could at least hose the son of it down. But, no. You don't need to see no security footage of your children. In Brazil, they had a school shooting a few years ago. The Brazilian police damn near had a riot on their hand trying to stop the parents from entering school to get their children, those that survived. Brazil, after the investigation was concluded, released the security camera footage, and the people in Brazil got to see what went down from the security cameras. Not no hearsay, not no reports. There was an ambulance parked up from row to row evacuating children, taking them straight to the hospital, those that survived the injury and those that didn't. What done that keep the ambulance 50 miles down the road? Shit. You see, ladies and gentlemen, the Brazilian government didn't treat their people like children. They released the footage. Case closed. Alright. That's it for this video podcast, which is not live. It's tape delayed by time delayed synchronicity from the satellites. All that big crap. Words I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright, we're out of here. And I may do another podcast if it suits my needs. Peace. And donate some money, please.